Hi, I'm Dave, and this is my Erayo Soratami Ascendant commander deck. So, this is the general Erayo. Basically what you want to do with this deck is flip her as soon as possible, so you start countering your opponent's spells immediately. What I have found though is that once you get her flipped in a multiplayer game, that pretty much everybody gangs up on you. So this deck is really geared more towards one-on-one duels. So here's the mana base. Start off with just basic islands. Whole stack of those. Snow-covered island. I really just wanted it to have the creepy heads. Seat. One of the things that you'll notice as we go through here is that there's a lot of cheap stuff and a lot of the bulk of what you want to do with Erayo is just play a lot of stuff on one turn. So Saprazzan Skerry gives you extra mana. Halimar Depths just to do some filtering. Soldevi Excavations just to again do some filtering just to get you good card quality. Academy Ruins to cycle through the important artifacts that are in the deck. Faerie Conclave for a win condition. Svyelunite Temple, again, just the fast mana if you need it. Tolaria West can transmute for things that will help you flip Erayo. Urza's Factory just as another win condition, and obviously just to give you some protection because you don't really do a whole lot of defense. Maze of Ith, pretty standard defense. Saprazzan Cove, another way to build up your mana for one big turn to flip Erayo. Quick Slam for defense. Mogosi the Water Veil, which I really want to activate at some point in time but have never gotten a chance to yet. Strict Mine to handle opposing problem lands. And then we get into the artifact mana here. Darksteel Ingot, one Power Stone. Basically what you want to do with these is it's just to give you the chance to have one big turn where you can get yourself set up and play your general and then flip her immediately. So Coldsteel Heart, Soul Ring, Fellwar Stone, Lotus Petal, Mana Vault, Gilded Lotus, and yes, I even go so far as to play Sky Diamond. That's how desperate I am for extra mana. I like to play a few cheap artifacts that are generally useful. Zuran Orb is a great one, just as a defensive card. Plus the fact that it costs 0 is really important with Erayo. Relic of Progenitus and Tormod's Crypt are both here, both as just graveyard protection. And Ivory Tower. Again, the deck doesn't do a whole lot in terms of defense aside from what blue has available to it. So gaining life is definitely helpful. Isochron Scepter, putting Brainstorm on Isochron Scepter or one of the bounce spells is pretty good. And then we get into the mass destruction spells. Blue doesn't have any kind of permanent destruction, so I relied on artifacts like Powder Keg to blow up problem things that I just can't handle. Disc, Oblivion Stone, and even Ratchet Bomb. And then Lux Cannon for pinpoint destruction. Sometimes you just can't afford to blow up the world, so Lux Cannon is expensive and takes its own time, but it really is the best that we've got available to us, I think. Blue bounce spells like Into the Royal and Snap, Chain of Vapor, whatever that one was. It was Repeal. And Capsize, of course. Just to buy you the time to get set up with Erayo, Whiplash Trap, Echoing Truth, AEther Spellbomb. The artifacts like AEther Spellbomb are great because you can recur them with Academy Ruins, Crystal Shard. Card draw is kind of what you want to do in the early turns. You want to set yourself up for Erayo. So Thirst for Knowledge, I play Windfall, Mind Spring, Ancestral Vision, Whispers. Whispers on Isochron Scepter is just another way to keep drawing cards. Fact or Fiction, Brainstorm, and Rhystic Study, and Gush, and Frantic Search. It's not critically exciting, but you want to be able to draw cards. You want to be able to set up yourself, so again, so you can flip Erayo and do it cheaply if possible. Mystical Tutor will find you another cheap spell that can help you flip in one turn. Impulse is even in here. Darksteel Pendant for card quality. And who doesn't play Sensei's Divining Top? Then we've got some counter spells just to help handle things that would either destroy a flipped Erayo or impact your end game, your goal in some other fashion. Arcane Denial, Time Stop, Draining Welk for counter and win condition, Fencer, Daze, Foil. I really enjoy Commandeer in Commander. I just think it's a great spell. People see you tapped out and they think the worst thing you can do is Force of Will it, but Commandeer is actually even worse for them because you end up taking it from them and using it yourself. Hinder, Counterbalance for top and for just general countering, Counterspell, and Pact of Negation. And even Mana Leak. Arcane Lab is obviously the combo. You flip Erayo, you counter the first spell each turn, and then Arcane Lab says they can't play any more spells each turn. It's something of a pipe dream to have 2 enchantments on the board, but once you get them both out there, you've locked your opponent out. They can try and win with a manland, and that's pretty much about it. Cloud of Fairies is not really a win condition, maybe an early blocker, but the fact that she untaps the lands that you use to cast her helps to buff up your spell count to flip Erayo. And these are the actual win conditions. You know, once you've got Erayo flipped, you still need to win some way. So, Clone, Sphinx Draw, just a big body that can't be targeted. The Djinn of Wishes. Autographed by our own Djinn, Nick Bonham. Mind Control. Why have your own win conditions when you can just take somebody else's? Guile. It's really quite humorous with a flipped Erayo because any spell they cast, you actually get to play instead. Cake of the Tide Star. And Thieving Magpie. Not the fastest way to kill somebody, but some nice card drawing as well in there. Thanks for watching CMDR Decks. Please subscribe and favorite.